Hello, welcome back to Friendly Fire. I am this host on this side. My name is Sam.
And I'm the host on the other side. My name's Delzeit.
Welcome. We're going to be talking about employment today and our crazy stories that we have while being an employee right after the intro.
You're fired!
Hello, welcome back. We're here with some really great employees today. I think, maybe.
I would say. Hi, I'm Nathalie.
And hi, I'm Kayla.
Awesome. All right. Does anyone have any particularly inspiring stories they want to start us off with? Or?
I'd just like to remind everyone right at the top of the show that apparently we'd like to remind everyone that this show is in fact produced at KMOS
yes,
PBS.
KMOS PBS.
That is why we do this.
Somewhere we are currently employed.
Yeah.
Are we? Or are we not? You'll never know.
It's a miracle we haven't been taken off air yet.
Honestly.
One of these days, it'll be the last one.
One of these days.
It'll be like, no more.
No more. Okay. Any interesting stories that you can think of?
I have so many. Where do you want to start?
I can start with a light one.
Start with a light one. Okay,
Okay.
Kayla starts off.
Warmed up.
This is from like my most recent like retailist job because over this past summer I worked at a local grocery store and I was a cashier. And honestly, I don't have any bad stories from there. I actually really enjoyed it, my managers and stuff. But what happened that was funny was once I was just mind my own business. It was like during Memorial Day, so everyone's trying to get all the food for that.
It's always busy.
Exactly. And so I'm standing there at the cash register trying to just ignore life, and someone walks around the corner from an aisle that I'm facing, and he stares at me. And at the same time, he's both like has this purposeful stride, but he's barely moving. And he stops and he looks at me and he's like, he doesn't ask me this, he just looks at me and he goes, hot dog buns. And I'm just like, I'm just like,
that's something that you would do. I think you would just go to someone and ask for hot dog buns in that
like
exact
specifically
way of saying that.
And I'm just like, they're over there. And he's like, and he doesn't even say anything else. He continues with, like, I'm serious when I say, like, he had the most purposeful stride, but he was moving so slow. And this guy was like maybe 30, I don't know.
Okay, I mean, maybe he was on something.
And that's it.
I have a story kind of from the opposite side of that, someone who's just giving like short bursts of command. So one of my jobs before this one was serving tables at a retirement home. And there was a server there who, there was this challenge that we called, just called drinks.
Okay.
Drinks question mark.
Drinks?
And so typically when you're a server, you go up and they're like, hi, can you get you started with some drinks? And then you bring the drinks out. Hi, would you like, what appetizers, what do you want? Can I get your order? You bring stuff out, that kind of deal. The end of the game with drinks is you walk up to the table, your notepad drawn, and you just say, drinks? They'll give you the drinks. You get and then their drinks. You bring the drinks back, you set it down. And then you don't say anything else to them for the rest of the time that they're there.
Oh my God.
All you say is drinks, and then from the rest, you stand there with your notepad for as long as it takes them to notice that you're standing there. And at that point, they will just assume what you want to know and say it. So a few things that are important to note is because it's a retirement home, it's the same people that we're seeing every single day. So it's kind of like a restaurant full of regulars, if you will.
Okay.
So they kind of know the whole rundown. They know the routine. It's not like you could potentially have people come in for the first time. I never tried the drinks challenge. I always wanted to.
Wait, it's like a game that they were aware of? Or
No. This is something that I think only a few people knew about. That there was one guy who just did this because he was not a very good server. But it was very funny, and we all said like this would be the challenge. Is like, can you win the drinks? Like, do you
win the drinks?
Yeah.
That's really
like
funny.
So when you said that sounds like something that I would do, it's very close to something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but never got a chance to do.
Well, I don't have much really. I worked retail for a while at a known retail place. And don't worry about where. And the only thing I have is this guy that I remember him very vividly to this day. He came up to the counter, and it is late. I work later shifts, like closing shifts, because I'm younger. I'm in high school, and I'm allowed. And this guy comes up with just like this massive cart full of bras, and that's fine, but it is every size, every color, every type you could possibly think of. And it's just this 56-year-old guy buying them all. And he sets them on my counter, and it's just like a pile of bras. And I don't know. And it's like 10 p.m. and I don't know why he's buying this many bras. I checked him out.
10 p.m. bra run.
Like, yeah, he cleared out our entire clearance section of bras. It was gone. So
Did he buy anything else?
No, that's all he bought.
Would it be worse if he bought something else? Like he bought like 30 bras and then like a box of Cheerios.
I don't know if that would be worse, but I ended up checking him out because it's just me. Like all of my coworkers are watching me check this guy out because nobody's there. It's late. We're closing soon, and he leaves, and I'm like, what was that? And apparently this is like a common occurrence where he comes in and clears out our clearance section of
Mr.
bras.
Bra.
Apparently he resells them online, which is fine. That's way better than what I thought it was.
Yeah.
But I had no idea what was going on the whole time, and yeah, that's like the most vivid memory I have.
He's got that
working.
grind set.
He's gotta. I mean, if it works, it works.
It's an interesting market to corner, especially for his own demographic.
That's what I'm
but, you know?
saying. Like, I don't know why he just decides, yeah, I'm gonna clear out this store's entire clearance section of bras and hope that it sells. But it's just, it was just very startling, and I was very taken aback the first time it happened.
That's
I
weird.
only ever happened once when I worked there, but.
How about you, Natalie? Have you had any work?
Yeah, the only time I
endeavors?
remember, I also worked at a well-known retail store, and like the most vivid memory is just like one time this lady, like we were checking out or whatever, I was on the register, and then she pulls up this coupon from like 2010, and it's like, oh, can I use this? And I was like, it's like 2020, bro. Like you can't use that.
It's like a little 10
and
years
then
out
she
of
just
date.
like starts screaming in my face, and she's
one of
just
these.
going
That's
always
crazy
the
on me.
worst.
I know.
Whenever they're like, oh, can I use this super old coupon? No, you can't.
Like literally, like the
from-
barcode does not scan, bro. Like, what do you want me to do? And then
And
she
then
was just,
the managers always end up taking the customer side. They're like, oh, well, we can give it to them.
I was literally,
That's what
I
they
was
do.
like, bro, I can't give you the coupon. And then I was like, I'm gonna get my manager. And then she was like, okay, I'll give you the coupon. Bro, you made me fight with this lady for nothing. And then I was like,
I would just eat the coupon at that point. I'd just be like, this is invalid by 10 years.
no, but she literally just Googled store coupons and then showed me
really?
Google image photo of a coupon, bro.
Oh my
I
God.
saw her
I
do that in my
respect the
face.
grind
No,
for
I
it
don't.
working,
No.
but why? I don't respect her
Yeah.
for doing it.
No.
Especially the managers. It always makes me so angry whenever they
Yeah.
take the customer side, because the customer's always right. Okay, that's not true. First
In
of
fact,
all,
the
the customer is like
customer is
always the
almost
most.
always wrong.
Yeah.
I've been the customer who's wrong before. I can
Yeah.
confirm. Customer is usually wrong. Customers don't know anything.
You don't. It's like, I hate when they also try to tell you how to do your jobs. They're like, well, this is how they do it at this store. This is how they do it over here. I'm like, well, unfortunately, we're
Take
not
your-
at that store, and
Take
you're
your
wrong.
business elsewhere. I work at franchise retail store.
Franchise retail store.
I'm not going to be directly affected if you take your $100 purchase of whatever you're buying somewhere else.
Another
if this were a small
franchise retail
business, maybe
store.
I would be a little bit more upset. But the fact that I work at somewhere who's got there's corporate involved, like
know.
oh no, we're going to lose one person out of the
That was always
million
the
other people
funniest
who have gone through
threat.
that.
They're like,
Have
I
you-
will take. You are losing a valuable customer, and I'm like,
No,
I'm so scared.
Frankly, I'm
You-
17.
I'm honest-
I'm just doing this to buy a new game on my Xbox. I don't care that
Like
much.
honestly, I just want to get a slushie from the local gas station. That's the only reason I'm here for. I honestly could not care about.
I got to
you leaving.
fundraise for the next school trip. You know, I
Gotta
don't
sell that
care
chocolate bar.
much.
Gotta sell those chocolate bars you had to sell.
I feel like as a result of like all those kinds of people, I feel like I overcompensate of being like,
Oh my
"Thank you,
God, I
thank you
know.
for doing the job. I'm so sorry I exist in your store."
Real,
Exactly.
real.
It's always you always feel so bad because like I'm sorry that I did things wrong. Especially when
time-
managers are super rude about it. You're like,
yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm existing. Can you take it back a notch? Let's chill a second.
Yeah.
But
And then that's why every time I go to a store nowadays, if someone comes
So
up to me and they're
nice.
like, "Oh, like anything I can do to help?" Is like, "No, not really. Like, enjoy your day. Like,
Yeah.
don't perceive me.
No.
You got enough on your plate. Go deal with
You
someone
don't
else
need
who
to
actually
know I'm
needs help."
struggling, okay? I will struggle on my own.
right.
If I can't find what I'm looking for, I'll leave.
Oh, literally, I had to. Oh my God.
that's
A little
happy.
bit on the customer side. This happened literally this past weekend. I was in Branson and I was shopping, and we had a game store, and the box that I wanted to buy was torn. And Cal's mom was like, "You should go ask for a discount." So you know what I did? I went and asked for a discount, and I felt like the scum of the earth. I walked up to that lady and I was like, "Hey, I hate doing this. The box is damaged." She's like, "I'll give you 10% off." And I was like, "Cool, thanks. I'm sorry." I ended up leaving and I had to take a minute. I sat down for like 5 minutes afterwards, just like.
So it seems to me like we've also had some pretty interesting work experience, but I hear that there's a new company that's looking to get even more people on the job. So if you're looking for a job with a new startup company, we have just the ad for you. Take it away.
Here at Adblocker, we take non-traditional methods to keep your screens ad-free. Our blockers are hard at work around the clock, watching a live feed from your devices, ready to strike when an ad appears. Gone are the days of interrupted watching on all platforms. We take pride in keeping your viewing pleasure undisturbed. Adblocker. Get blocked.
And we are back. So
Looks
now
like we got blocked.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we've been taken off air. At least the advertisement went. I'm
But
not
you know,
really.
you
too
get
sure.
the idea. Hey, if you want to just sit and block ads for a while, it's a job for
Could
you.
be relaxing if you like staring at things.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
I've had pretty exclusively food service
Yeah.
experience, and to my knowledge, you're in the same. I mean, you've had
Yeah.
some retail.
I've had food service, technically customer service, retail, and then I'm currently here as well. So
Yeah.
I've dipped my toes in all the waters.
You are so well-rounded. I refuse to work in food. I never will.
It was my
Which-
first job when I was
which-
16.
So which do you guys think is worse? And I want there to be a heated debate
Heated
because
debate.
I have some very strong thoughts.
Is
Which
there
one-
a question for me?
I'm on food
A
service.
question,
Which-
which one is worse?
Which is worse,
Food service.
food service
service.
or retail?
Food service.
Food service.
I have absolutely there's a
All the
reason I
way.
don't want to work in food service. I can deal with people in retail because they are like looking for something, and if they can't find it, they'll leave. When you're at a food place, they're hungry and angry, so they're hangry customers, and if they're upset, they're like rude, and then they have food, and it's just, nope, too much.
I'm gonna go the other route. I
are
could
you?
not stand doing retail work.
Really, why?
I cannot stand just waiting around for something to do. I hate roam. Like if I had to just roam the aisles of like a large name business, if I had to roam the aisles of a large name business and just wait for a customer to ask for my help and be like on comms waiting for someone to call me and ask
That
for
was
help,
always the
that
worst
would
part about working
drive
in
me
retail, the
nuts.
earpieces. Oh my god.
I would much
No, they would be
rather
saying
know
drama.
exactly what
They'd
I
be
have
like-
to
They'd
do.
be like, this
this person's
customer over here, they're stealing. And
Yeah.
we're like, where? And then like 3 of us would go over there and be like, look at this person stealing.
Yeah, and we can't do anything about it.
We can't do anything. We just gotta watch them.
Just go up and whack them with like a wiffle ball bat.
We can't do that.
You just gotta be like, nice blue sweater I saw you put in your jacket.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, hey, are you finding everything okay? Because I've seen you look up and around here. Is there anything like specific you're trying to find? Like the best way that they said to go about it was like scare them away with how good our customer service
Yeah.
is.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like
I'm
they
glad I've
would,
never done
because we
that
can't like
retail.
actually tell them that they're stealing. We could be like, hey, you're stealing, because that's against the rules for our contract or whatever. That's loss prevention's like role. But we'd have to be like, go and make sure they don't leave. So we have to go and like talk to them, but that's always the like, oh, what do you do if someone steals? Nothing.
Wait, speaking of though, that I had a manager who like from another store that I was working at, someone got caught stealing and they like ran out to them, was like chasing them down. I was like, get the stuff back. And then I think they stopped working there
Come here.
shortly after. So like it's real life, like you cannot.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe he got transferred.
There's some weird
but-
stuff that like you wouldn't expect, and I can't go too far into it just because I think it violates like HIPAA violations. But like
HIPAA violations.
there's some things working specifically in like a retirement home. Like if someone needs assistance, there's very little you can do. You can get like verbal confirmation, and that's about it. Like it's like the first thing to do, call security because they're trained to help
Yeah.
people. Because
Yeah.
like if like for instance if someone fell down, you can't help them up because there's a chance that you hurt them more.
And then they
So
see
they're
you.
like very, very strict. Like if someone needs assistance, I know that you're gonna want to help them, but the first thing you
Huh.
have to do is go get security. So it's like it's not quite the same. But like there's weird stuff like that where like the first thing that you would think to do is like, oh, I must intervene here. You can't
Yeah.
do it for legal reasons.
That's crazy.
That's
I didn't
fair,
even
but I
think
get
about
it.
that.
And
Yeah.
they just entrust
Huh.
that to 16-year-old teenagers all the time.
What, to go get security?
I don't know.
I would
To work in those places.
I mean,
I feel like
to an
that's-
extent. Like there is a certain amount of
scary.
training, but like that, I mean, that's anywhere really.
I know for a fact when I was job hunting when I was 16 and I was first able to go get like a job, like I was hardcore avoiding retirement homes. I did not
Yeah.
want to do that.
I didn't even think about that as an
And
option.
I
to be
ended up
honest
in
with
a bar.
ended up in a bar. You have anything from
Hold
there?
on. What?
Well,
How did you end up at the bar at 16?
The kitchen. It was
Okay.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like a
Okay.
local place. It was the bar. It was a kitchen. It was also a bowling alley.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
3-1.
Did you ever throw like a hamburger into the bowling pin thing?
No.
I would
maybe
want
should've
to
done
see
that
what
when I
happened.
Like a frozen one.
No.
Just slide it.
I was a prep
Yeah.
cook, and I can tell you there was little cuts all over my hands from just the access to knives all the time.
Wow.
It's also the reason I hate washing dishes now because, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
this,
also-
this is towards my argument of why food service is worse as well. Like, just.
Yeah, no, I couldn't imagine. I hate washing dishes like in my own house. I couldn't imagine having to wash someone else's gross, wet food dishes. Absolutely not.
I threw my brother under the bus once. So my not under a little bus. I had my first
I
job
hope
was
not.
at a breakfast restaurant, local breakfast restaurant, and the dishwasher there was like. One day he was like really overloaded, something like that, and my boss at the time pulled me off because I was like bussing or being a host, like barista type work, making like coffee, espresso drinks, fancy drinks, or I was bussing. I don't remember when this happened. My brother worked there. He was like only bussing at this time, and my boss pulled me back. He's like, "Hey, like we're really backed up in dish. Can you help this guy out?" And I was like, "No, I won't do that.
I will
Like
not.
this is." Disgusting. Like the way that the way that the dishwasher ran it was like genuinely, they probably should have been shut down. It was atrocious.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't always like this, but that particular day it was so backed up. There was like trash, like border, like not overflowing
And you
quite
made
yet,
your
but
brother
like
do
heaping up.
that?
Yeah, and my brother, I
Like
went
your
out and talked to
literal
him.
brother?
Yeah,
You're
my
like, bro, you
my
got the
actual brother
dishes.
worked at
Flesh
the same
and
place
blood.
as me, and I walked out to him. I was like, I need a favor.
That's crazy.
I'll
And that's
give
not
you
the only
half
time
my
I did
paycheck.
that. When I
Right
first
now.
started there, because I started as a busboy, and I said there are two things I will never clean, and that is human
Feces.
vom or, I said I'll never clean those two things. And there was one day some kid threw up in one of the rooms, and I was told to go do it, and I said, I'm sorry, I just can't do that.
Yeah, absolutely
I
not.
simply can't do that. If you make me do that, I will go home. And I talked to I said,
Put your foot down.
I need a favor.
That's so real though.
Dude, I
And
wish
he
I
did
had I wish I had the guts to put my foot down when I had to clean up stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't always lucky. I had
You
to,
put kids in a pool, and guess what happens?
oh no.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, no. That's no.
Yep.
No, thank you. No, not at all.
What's a job that you guys would absolutely never want to have?
Oh.
Not just like unskilled labor, but just like in general.
You know those people who go underwater and they like do the oil stuff, and they
Oh
like
my
do
gosh,
like
yeah.
engineering under there.
Yeah.
Apparently it's like super hard, but you get paid a lot of money. But your lifespan is cut like so small because of it. I would never want to do that.
I wouldn't want to do the thing where like people have to climb those really high things to like
Yeah.
change something or other.
I
Like
was
yeah.
friends with a guy who now does he does repairs on wind turbines.
That's
Oh
So
yeah.
my
he
gosh.
climbs up this like ladder
Oh my God,
that
absolutely
goes
not.
up like 150 feet and then is in this little tiny box with this huge motor that's spinning. Super claustrophobic, but yeah, same thing. Gets paid a lot of money to do it.
I can speak from experience, like climbing on top of tall things like that. I can do it, but I would be lying if I said my hands weren't shaking a little
Yeah.
bit.
That's honestly so brave though.
Yeah, just
I
had to do
could
that over
not.
fall break actually.
What?
Told you
Over
what my
fall
dad
break?
does already. I climbed on top of a grain bin.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then I jumped inside
Yeah.
and I was like swimming in corn. It was great.
You jumped inside the grain bin. Isn't it like super dangerous?
That's
Specifically, like if you're trying to like get grain out of there, but this was like you got to even it out in order to.
Yeah, that's only if it's
It
turned
blows
on.
up air from the bottom in order to keep it all dry. Because if it gets wet, it rots and you can't sell it because it's food,
Yeah.
And you got to like flatten it out so the air is evenly distributed in there, and you got to do that by hand.
Yeah.
I
Fair.
thought it was like super dangerous.
No, I
to
just
do
did that like a few weeks ago.
My respect for you just
dusty.
went up by like a
I was gonna
lot.
say, I don't think that
Oh my
it's
God.
inherently dangerous if you're just like in there. It's like you said, it's if they're trying to get it out where it's the feeder's going down.
Yeah,
You get
and it-
sucked
and-
into it like quicksand.
Yeah, and then also like when you're taking stuff out, it does leave the potential for like empty pockets to be formed. But that's again if you're pulling it out. If you're currently putting stuff in, or if you just leave it in, it's fine.
Huh.
Fun
Yeah.
fact.
I will never do it, but it's good to know. I
That
guess.
sounds like fun.
It is fun, but you get
Well-
a lot of corn in your shoes and your
corn in
clothes
your
Yeah.
shoes.
everywhere.
Don't get corn in your shoes.
Well,
It's a
I
life
think
lesson I think everyone should listen to.
I think that's just about all the time that we have. I botched that
Yeah,
outro.
it's
Take it
fine.
away.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so
That.
much for tuning in. Next week, we're going to be doing more talking with more people as we do every week. And we're here with some great people. Who are you?
Natalie.
And who are you?
And I'm Kayla.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Thomas.
This is Friendly Fire. We'll see you guys next week.
You're fired.
Credits. Credits.
Credits.